Tommy, how are you?
The world is my oyster, Cammy. What can I tell you?
Not negotiating. This is a surrender.
Successful relationships require sacrifice.
Taylor Sheridan has a way of pulling you into worlds you never thought you'd care about. Take Landman, for example. It's a show that dives deep into the gritty, forgotten corners of the oil industry and turns it into something thrilling, emotional, and downright addictive. And here's the kicker. It's not just about oil rigs or corporate deals. It's about flawed, fascinating people navigating impossible situations. Let's talk about Tommy Norris, played brilliantly by Billy Bob Thornton. Tommy isn't your average hero. He's cynical, rough around the edges, and constantly battling his inner demons. But somehow you can't help rooting for him. Billy Bob once described Tommy as a guy always on the edge of things. That's what makes him unforgettable. He's not perfect, but that's exactly why we're hooked. Now, if you're anything like me, the season 1 finale left you with a million questions. First and foremost, did Monty survive that aneurysm? The show gave us a cliffhanger, and we're still hanging on. But there's more to unpack. Monty's collapse turned his wife Cammy's life upside down. Just as she was about to close a massive deal to sell their oil company, everything fell apart. Here's where it gets interesting. Cammy, played by Demi Moore, isn't just a side character. She's a powerhouse. Her determination to fight back makes her one of the best-written characters in the show. Honestly, a part of me hopes she takes center stage in season 2. Imagine the drama, the power plays, and the raw emotion if the spotlight was on her. But that's not all. Season 2 has the potential to dive even deeper into Tommy's past and his complicated relationship with Angela. Their unresolved romance adds a layer of vulnerability to Tommy's hardened persona. Will they get a second chance, or will their history continue to haunt them? And let's not forget the cartel. Their involvement cranks up the stakes in a way that keeps you on edge. It's one thing to deal with cutthroat corporate rivals, but when organized crime enters the mix, everything becomes a matter of life and death. The cartel's interest in the oil business is terrifying and fascinating. Still, it's hard to watch Tommy suffer because of them. Does he have a plan to fight back? Billy Bob hinted that Tommy's always trying to survive, even when he's not sure he's doing it right. That makes us root for him even harder. One thing the show nails is tension. Every character feels like they're walking a tightrope, and you never know who's going to fall. Rumors suggest John Hamm's character might meet an untimely end in season 2. While some may miss him, his departure could open the door for new storylines and characters to shine. Speaking of new stories, imagine if season 2 explored the broader impact of the oil industry on the people living near it. Their struggles, their resilience, and the way big decisions trickle down to affect ordinary lives. Adding this layer could make the show even more compelling. Now, here's some exciting news. Landman became Paramount Plus's most-watched original series ever, with nearly 15 million households tuning in during its first month. That's a huge deal. Even Yellowstone didn't hit those numbers at times. And while Paramount hasn't officially announced a second season yet, behind-the-scenes whispers suggest we'll see it in early 2026. Billy Bob Thornton seems optimistic, saying he'd love to return for another round. So, what do you think? Are you hoping for more Tommy and Angela, or maybe you're rooting for Cammy to take the lead? Let's discuss. And here's the call to action. If you're as obsessed with Landman as I am, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. Share your theories in the comments. We want to hear what you're most excited about for season 2. Let's keep this conversation going.